Hello, everyone, and welcome to day 10 of our journey in learning the Bible, where today we'll be talking about the Second Temple. For starters, we know that the Israelites were not in the best circumstance. They were those who were given God's commands, but they did not obey, hence resulting in their destruction by Gentile nations. The thing is, this pattern of receiving God's command and betraying ultimately continued throughout biblical history, and in our eyes, may not make much sense, considering they should have learned from their past mistakes. Nonetheless, we come to an era where hope can be found, as not everyone disobeyed God. There was a man named Nehemiah, a servant of God. We see him appear with King Artaxerxes. Upon drinking wine with the king, he asked why Nehemiah looked so sad. This was because Nehemiah had heard about the news in Jerusalem and how it was destroyed. He then asked the king if he could return to Jerusalem to help rebuild. Despite his fear in asking, Nehemiah's wish was actually granted, and he was given permission to leave the kingdom and return to his home. There, he assisted in rebuilding the walls and gates of Jerusalem that were in ruins or burned. This is quite similar to the destroyed Temple of Jerusalem, which is rebuilt with the help of Ezra. Through the initial help and direction of Nehemiah, half of his men helped to rebuild the land. The other half were equipped to protect them from their enemies, as there were those who were against Jerusalem being rebuilt. Many people were eventually able to gather to continue help rebuilding the walls and gates until they were completed, and in the end, gave worship up to God. As the city was rebuilt, God had the heart to gather his people. He placed this heart within Nehemiah, who brought together God's people. These people were those who were once captive under Babylon and exiled under King Nebuchadnezzar. Nehemiah then requested Ezra as a scribe to preach to the people, and as they began to settle in, Ezra brought out the law of Moses to read aloud to the people and remind them about God. And gathering together as one, the Israelites were able to confess their sins, remember the work that God had done, and create a binding agreement to abide by the laws God had given them. This was their chance to improve and to learn from the past history of their people and show themselves as obedient to the Father. Let us have this same heart of rebuilding, gathering, and ultimately following God's direction. Thank you all for tuning in, and I hope to see you again next time.
Hey, mortal friends! Thanks for visiting us at EZBible. Don't forget to click the like and the subscribe button. God bless.